Assalamu alaikum class 7. I hope you all are fine and safe at your home. This is your second lesson of science. Today is 2nd April 2020 and the day is Friday. First of all, we will revise our previous lesson and then we will move on to our next lesson. So, Hadi, what we were discussing in our previous lesson? Yes, in our previous lesson, we discussed about kinetic theory. What is kinetic theory? So, kinetic theory is about the movement of molecules. Movement of the molecules. The movement of molecule is directly proportional to heat. What does this mean? That when you apply heat, when you will increase the amount of heat supply, the movement of molecule will increase as a result. We discussed the example of a water system in which when you put the water on the stove and you start giving the heat, when you initially provide the heat, the movement of molecule is very low. But after a certain time, when a good amount of heat is given to that water system, the movement of water increases and ultimately the water starts boiling. This is called as movement of the molecules. In today's lesson, we are going to discuss some conversions from one state of the matter to another state of matter. The first one is melting. So what happens in melting? Okay, so in the process of melting, see if we have a solid block of anything, like a solid block of sugar. So to melt it, we provide it with a certain good amount of heat. So when this solid get that heat, the particles inside it, they move faster and they break the bond present in them and they start to move freely. When they start to move freely from a solid, it converts into a liquid. Very good. Is it clear what happens in melting? In melting, if we take a solid piece of anything like sugar, so that converts from a solid to liquid, and how that conversions occur, we provide it with a good amount of heat and the particle starts moving inside it. And after some time, what happens? They gain the speed and they break the bonds present in them and they start to move freely. They are converted into, that thing is converted into liquid. The next conversion is evaporation. What happens in evaporation? Yes, Alishba? So in the process of evaporation, we actually heat the liquid. We provide the heat to the liquid and it starts boiling. You see, when the water is boiling, the amount of water is also decreasing with the time. So the amount of water which is decreasing, that water is converted into the gas. So evaporation is basically a process in which a liquid is converted into the gaseous form. That is called as evaporation. Is it clear? That in evaporation, a liquid is converted into the gaseous form, but this important point over here is that its connection with the kinetic theory. The amount of heat you applied, and then it converts from a liquid to gas. The next conversion is condensation. What is condensation? In the process of condensation, what happens? We discussed that in evaporation, the liquid is converted into the gas. But when you conserve that gas, that is converted into liquid once again. Now let me give you an example. You boil the water in a pan and you cover it with the lid. When you remove the lid, you can see the little droplets of the water under the lid. They are being collected under the lid. This is called as condensation. Condensation is a process in which the gas is converted into liquid. First of all, the water boiled, and from liquid it converted into the gaseous form, and from the gaseous form it converted back into the liquid. This is called as condensation. Is it clear? The next conversion is freezing. What happens in freezing? Now you will tell me, just think about it for a moment, and you will tell me that what happens in condensation. Yes, Zumar, what happens in condensation? Freezing. We are discussing the freezing system. Okay, so in freezing, very good Zumar, in freezing we actually take the liquid and that liquid is converted into solid. आप पानी लेते हैं, आप उसको फ्रिज में रखते हैं और वो पानी आइस बन जाता है जो एक सॉलिड है. ठीक है? So in freezing the liquid is converted into the solid. Is it clear? So let's revise this conversion. First of all, we discussed melting. In the process of melting, the solid is converted into the liquid, and that happens when we apply a certain amount of heat to that molecules which are present in solid. Then comes evaporation. What happens in the process of evaporation? In evaporation we take a liquid and that liquid is converted into gas. And that also happens when we apply heat. Then comes condensation. In the process of condensation, gas is converted into liquid. And last one is freezing. In the process of freezing, the liquid is converted into the solid. Is it clear? Well, I hope it's clear now. But still, if you find any difficulty in these things, these concepts, you can ask me. Now, one thing which is important to note here, that either it's converting from solid to liquid, from liquid to gas, but the mass of that substance remains same. Now I'll explain you what I'm saying. We discussed that the solid block of sugar is converted into liquid. That means the state of matter is changed. But the total mass, if it's 1 kg, will get the liquid which is 1 kg or 1 liter. Means the total mass will remain similar. There will be no change in the total mass of that very system. Okay, moving on, we are going to discuss the transfer of heat. And first one is condensation. Before that, I want to know about the difference between the conductors and insulator. Who will tell me? Yes, Mirha. What are conductors and insulators? So let's discuss the difference between conductors and insulators. Conductors are actually the material that allow the heat to pass through them. What are conductors? Conductors are the materials that allows heat to pass through them, whereas insulators are opposite to them. Insulators are those materials. Insulators are the materials that do not allow electricity or heat to pass through them. You see, electricity is also a type of heat that is transferred from one place to another place. So that the concept which we are discussing after this is followed by the process of conductors, and that is conduction. What happens in the process of conduction? Now, in the process of conduction, the heat travels through solids. Conduction is basically occurring in solids. What happens in this, that if you take any solid bar and you start heating it, when you heat it from the one end, after some time that heat will be transferred to another end. इसके मैं आपको बहुत बेसिक एग्जांपल देती हूँ. जब घर में खाना बन रहा होता है और उसमें एक स्पून हम जो स्टेयर करते हैं, जिससे आपने देखा होगा जो स्टील के स्पून होते हैं उनके एंड पे वुड लगाई होती है. क्यों? क्योंकि स्टील कंडक्टर है लेकिन वुड इंसुलेटर है, और जिन स्पून्स पे स्टील नहीं होता है, वुड नहीं होता है, उससे आपका हैंड बर्न हो सकता है. अब वो स्पून इतना गर्म कैसे होता है? जैसे आप उसको मूव करना शुरू करते हैं अपने किसी भी लिक्विड में, आप चाय बना रहे हैं या आप कुछ भी बना रहे हैं, जैसे आप उसको उसमें मूव करना शुरू करते हैं तो हीट ट्रांसफ़र होना शुरू हो जाती है. हीट ट्रांसफ़र उस एंड से होती है जो उस फूड के अंदर है, और हीट ट्रांसफ़र ऐसे होती है कि एक से दूसरे मॉलिक्यूल को हीट दी जाती है. एंड आफ्टर सम टाइम पूरा स्पून जो है वो गर्म हो जाता है. लेकिन आपका हाथ क्यों नहीं जलता? क्योंकि उसके एंड पे वुड लगी होती है, और वुड जो है वो बैच कंडक्टर है, या आप कह सकते हैं वुड इज़ एन इंसुलेटर. वुड डू नॉट अलाउ द हीट टू पास थ्रू इट. ठीक है. सो कंडक्शन इज द प्रोसेस दैट अकर्स इन सॉलिड्स. That is basically the movement of heat through a solid such as metals. This whole process is called as conductions. Why heat pass through the metals? Because metals are the good conductors of heat, and heat can pass through them easily. Most of the cooking utensils that we have at our home, they are made up of metals such as steel. I have given you example. But sometimes we use that made up of plastic. Now plastic is not a good conductor of heat. It doesn't allow the heat to pass through it. So that's why if you use any spoon that is made up of plastic, your hand will not burn. And how this conduction process is related to kinetic theory. In kinetic theory, we know that as we increase the amount of heat supplied, the movement of molecules increase. Same happens in conduction. The movement of molecules is increasing as they get the heat. When you just put the spoon inside, let's take a very small example of the cup of tea. You put that spoon in with which you just stir the sugar in it. If the tea is too hot and you just put the spoon, after 2-3 seconds, you feel like the spoon is too hot now. It's because the molecules start getting the heat and the amount of heat increased and the molecules start moving with a greater speed because the tea was hot. And if the tea is in the normal temperature, you will see that spoon will not get hot very fast and not too much, because there is no, you can say there is no good amount of heat in that cup of tea. Is it clear now? I hope it's clear. For the better understanding, you have to consult the page number 4 and page number 5 of your book. In our next lesson, we will discuss about convection and radiation. Okay, and I am going to upload a few questions related to this on Google Classroom. You have to complete your work on time, and like I said in our last video, that make a promise with yourself. This is a start of a new year. Let's take a new start. Try to solve your assignments. Make this as your goal, that you will complete your work, each assigned work on the daily basis. अब इससे होता क्या है, जब आप काम डेली बेसिस पे करते हैं तो आप पे कोई बर्डन नहीं होता है. आप जब डेली बेसिस पे काम करेंगे तो आप उसको थोड़ा लर्न भी करेंगे. जब आप उसको लर्न करेंगे तो एट द एंड ऑफ वीक और एट द एंड ऑफ मंथ आपके ऊपर इतना ज़्यादा बर्डन नहीं होगा. आपको पता होगा कि मैंने काम साथ साथ किया है. अगर मैं स्कूल जाऊँ, मेरा कोई टेस्ट होगा, सो आई विल बी एबल टू परफॉर्म इन अ बेटर वे. जब बहुत ज़्यादा काम हो जाता है आपके पास, सो यू आर नॉट एबल टू डिसाइड दैट विच थिंग यू विल डू फर्स्ट एंड देन व्हाट थिंग यू विल पुट ऑन द सेकेंड पॉइंट. सो अगर हम साथ साथ करते रहते हैं तो ये प्रॉब्लम भी ख़त्म हो जाती है. एंड आई एम वेरी होपफुल दैट you all will put your energies and you will do your work on time. And if you find any difficulty, you can ask me. In today's lesson, we discussed about few conversions. That was about melting, condensation, evaporation, and then freezing. And then we talk about the conservation of the mass. That mass is conserved. Either we are moving from solid to liquid, from liquid to gas. The mass remains same. Then moving on, we discussed what are conductors and insulators. Conductors are the material that allow electricity or heat to pass through them, whereas insulators do not allow electricity or heat to pass through them. Moving on to the process of conduction. This is important to note that conduction only occurs in solids. The process of conduction only occurs in the solids. The conduction is the process in which the movement of molecule occur in the metals. This process is called as conduction. And how it's related to the kinetic theory, because there is a movement of molecules inside it. And if there is something which is insulator, that thing does not follow on the rules of conduction, and there is no conduction inside it. जैसे हमने प्लास्टिक की बात की है, प्लास्टिक में कंडक्शन नहीं होती है, whereas स्टील में, क्योंकि वो मेटल्स हैं और मेटल्स गुड कंडक्टर होते हैं हीट के, उनमें कंडक्शन होती है. अल्लाह हाफिज़ स्टूडेंट्स. Happy learning, and also do the reading of your book. I'm mentioning the page number 4 and 5.